Good afternoon, everybody. How are we all doing today? Red Mage, Zach, thank you very much for being here. Anybody else who may be lurking, or not even lurking, just not active in chat. But everybody, you're all welcome. And today, I suspect, will be the finale of Disco Elysium. Well then, get some sleep, Zach. Although I know sleep doesn't always help with being tired. But yeah, today's likely to be the finale of Disco Elysium, a game which has been one of the most interesting journeys I've had in gaming. Never having played it before, I wasn't prepared for just how good the game was going to be, just how surprising the game was going to be, how many things it would do that would catch me off guard, that would completely astound me. I generally rate this as one of the best games I have ever played. And I'm very excited to see how it finishes. Well, Stitch, your five most used emotes say that you're a sensitive lover who laughs and likes to stab Garfield. You know, as you would expect. But yeah, I'm very excited to see the conclusion of the story. Give a few final thoughts, and then, if this is less than a full stream, I've got something else planned. Why, thank you, Stitch. Also you. So, on the last stream... Juice! Thank you very much. 5 months at tier 2. Holy shit, Juice, be careful of that. Those costs add up. Anyway, on the last stream, we found the killer. This old man, living on the island, and we also met the Insulindian Phasmid. Big ol' stick insect. And our next task is simply the return. Use the boat to return to the mainland. I did, Juice. It'll be in the VOD. I actually managed to get a very good roll on that, and it was... Holy shit, it was such an experience. It may be my favorite... It's my favorite moment in any game recently. Not necessarily my favorite moment ever, but I don't think a recent gaming moment has done to me what that did. I can't remember how to get back. There we go. Maybe? Yes. Stitch, why were you sad? Also, what diet are you on? Some diets can fucking wreck you, so just be careful. Like, if a diet makes you feel bad, it's probably not great for you. Wait. Money? I probably don't need the money, but still. I didn't notice it. Oof. Yeah, take your meds, chat. And by chat, I mean Stitch. Intermittent fasting is interesting. The only thing it's really done to me is that I don't need breakfast anymore. I don't really wake up hungry, which has its advantages. But it hasn't really helped me lose weight. Not significantly.
ICM. This feels familiar somehow.
Why is Encyclopedia bringing up the ICM now? Kim, what's the ICM?
Insulindian Citizens Militia.
Oh,
It's
yes.
the official name of
That's
the
what he was part
Commonwealth
of.
Army, the black and white army of the revolution.
Old man was part of the Insulindian Citizens Militia.
Sounds an awful lot like.
Stitch, I believe there are only a couple of dollars. You can get medicine bottles that, well, like pill jars that tell you how long it's been since the last time it was opened. And that's a good way to keep track of something you need to take daily. So if you need to take a pill every day, and if you can't remember if you've taken it, literally just look at the bottle and it'll say it's been, 4 hours since you last opened it. Okay, I did one today. Or it's been 26 hours. Oh shit, I forgot today. Sounds like Revachol Citizens Militia.
It does.
Okay.
The RCM may descend from the ICM.
Interesting. That kind of makes sense.
It's impossible to say. It was chaos after the war. The name was good for getting people to join us. Revachol West was mostly workers and criminals.
Nice political thoughts rush through your neocortex.
Interesting.
A mediocre athlete would pant from dragging around his body on a busted crutch. But not you. You're thinking about politics with blood dripping down your thigh.
Okay, Endurance, just pull it back a little bit. It's a little embarrassing in 51, no? Maybe we need a rebrand. Rainbow Pig? Also Heemst stealth.
No one remembers the ICM. The connotation is less important each year.
A white star, which was also part of the symbol of the communists.
No, an upside-down star.
With its horns in the sky, the symbol of the commune.
Are those specks stars too?
No, that's the uninhabited archipelago.
Oh! No one's mentioned an uninhabited... Or they have, but it doesn't come up a lot.
A DeLorean-era symbol of Insulinda, known as the face in the sea.
Interesting. Looks old. What's it still doing here?
After 44 years? That's not nearly enough to hide what happened here, Lieutenant Gefreiter. One of these barrels was still leaking fuel, as you saw. The city is full of things like this. Old bullets, guns, fuel.
Okay.
Wow, you work hard.
I do?
Oh, yes. You hustle. You're a provider. It's tough out there, but you keep it real and provide.
I guess I do work hard. Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like a horse. A workhorse. For hard work.
What hard work exactly? No, savoir-faire is all arms.
Look at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked 200,000 steps down cracked asphalt, mosaic, sand, and linoleum after you re-emerged.
Well, yeah.
That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil. You didn't make it that way, and you won't let it break you. You ride.
I fucking ride till I die, bitch.
That's just what it's like. Life and death. But you got gills on your side, baby. Got those black papers with the faces of the innocents on them. You bring in the Franco-Negros and the Solas.
Yes, I assume that's money.
It ain't easy, but you do it. Day in and day out. You didn't make the rules, but you won't lose. You're a cop, and a sprinter, and a money printer.
I mean, yeah, I did take that bribe from the Joyce woman.
Oh yeah, you took that bribe hard. You're a killer.
You know what, Stitch? I will accept that as an interpretation. You could say I took some money from that Manana guy, too.
You didn't log that in as a donation either. You don't log any of that shit in. You're a straight rider.
And then there's pawning stuff to that suspicious Roy guy.
Yeah, you're in the sales business. Shaken for shit.
What the
and
fuck
then
is this
pawn it
game?
off. Law officer style.
I just had a fucking spiritual experience in the last episode, and now we're discussing how I keep making money from people. It's amazing.
Sure, sure. And has it been easy? Is life easy? Have you not gone into cardiac arrest? Are you not about to have an anxiety attack or shoot yourself in the mouth?
I came close.
But you still hustle 24/7, ride or die. Now, ask yourself, are you rich?
No, I'm actually not. I have $67.
That's right. You work harder than anyone. You almost rode yourself to the grave, and you're still practically a hobo.
Hobo Cop.
Why is that?
My name is Hobo Cop, sir, and you will respect it. The system is broken.
Boo-hoo. The system is broken. The establishment is keeping me down. That's not the fuck yeah attitude you're used to. What is this? Why are you so poor?
Nice. Stitch loves broken systems so that they can try to fix them. I don't know. Why am I so poor?
Because of the taxes. G-Man's got his jam-covered sticky fingers in your pocket, stealing from you every time you buy, sell, walk, talk, fart, so much as sneeze.
Fucking fart taxes, man.
Aren't taxes almost non-existent in the Gotham estate? That is Revachol.
But there were no taxes.
You and I both, but they got those indirect modes of taxation. Sales tax, excise duty, extraction tax. This tax that doesn't even have a name.
Yeah,
Plus,
indirect taxes
there's
are
the
weird.
stuff people in other countries pay for that makes them ask for more money from you here. The Gotham Estate's a myth. In total, the coalition government is taking 98% of all your money.
No fucking way. I guess I'm a free market fundamentalist now. Fuck yes. Why not?
Here you go, hustler. Fight the righteous fight.
Juice,
Free
that makes
the-
no sense, but I believe
Keep
you.
it real. Keep it street. Keep foaming at the mouth furiously on the tax issue.
Psst. I actually think taxes are mostly a good thing. We need to pay for shit. But what I think and what Harry thinks are allowed to be different. An erosion tax. That's kind of bullshit. Okay,
The skiff is swaying on the waves by the dock.
let's return to the mainland.
Let's. We are done here.
The skiff rocks gently under your weight as you get in. The ride back is uneventful and quiet. But for the sound of conversation on the water, there is someone inland waiting for you.
I'm sorry, Josh. I don't know if you're in my Discord, but I do send
Two
notifications
men and a
there.
woman stand on the concrete square of
You
a
still haven't
nearest
missed much.
village, looking at a small yellow boat as it draws closer. The sea is calm. You reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
I have my truth stick. I should be safe whatever happens. Hey, Summer. Sure thing. Have a good time zone. I assume it's very late evening for you. I'm walking mostly because of, you know, how I got shot in the leg.
Look what the tide brought in.
Jean Vicmaret. Look what the tide brought in, says the man without sunglasses. Suddenly, his expression changes and he tilts his head. I already hate him. Also, Tom.
Harry, you're bleeding all over the place. You're half dead.
I assume so. And now I hate him less. Like, immediately.
Whatever this is, it is completely unimportant compared to what you've just seen?
Yeah, I have noticed a similar thing, Josh. No one else seems bothered by the bleeding.
Bothered by it? Harry, you look like you need a fucking organ transplant. Fuck it. Let's not get into that.
Forget about all this. There's a giant, I'm assuming I'm going to say stick insect.
We're not forgetting about anything. Look at you.
Who are you people?
Hello, I'm Trent Heidelstein. I believe we've met on several occasions.
Why do I recognize him? Is he the dude... Is he the dude who was outside the one building speaking to his kid? Either that or we've met in the past and it's like he doesn't know that I've lost my memory.
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean-Vic Comar, and this is your special task force. Or what's left of it.
Vicamar. Okay, that's how it's pronounced. My special task force? I was not aware that I had one.
Special Consultant Trond Heidelstam, Patrol Officer Judith Minot.
Hi.
She was the nice lady in the hostel who wasn't too mean to me.
We've come to scrape what's left of you off the pavement.
I'm fine.
Lieutenant Kim Kisuragi, Prison 57. We've just come from the island, where our investigation led us. We might need your help with something later.
Yes, Kim, be rad.
As if he recalled that he's in fact a decorated police lieutenant and not a naughty boy.
Yes, Kim, you outrank all of them. And if you don't, I will truth stick them until you do.
But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
No, Kim, save me from them. Way to feed me to the wolves. No, Kim, you've got to have my back. Let's destroy them. I think that's probably the wrong thing to say, but I'm so tempted. I'm not gonna say it. I'm just gonna be nice and calm and say thank you, Lieutenant.
It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi.
Aw. Well, that was nice.
Letting the lieutenant know he shouldn't feel embarrassed over the shitstorm that's about to befall you.
Look. I solved the murder. We can just move on, right?
Ari, we want to help you. Trent, I believe this is where you come in?
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to manage your expectations a little. I'm at best an enthusiast in cognitive science.
Oh! Is this a fucking intervention? This is a fucking intervention.
My background is in something else entirely. I engage in neurology on a merely theoretical level. In fact, I should probably get going.
No, Trant. It's too late. You're part of this shit now. What have you got to say for yourself, shit kid?
What does he have to say for himself? He left you to catch the bullets.
You never told me you're not the horse-faced woman? Why would you ever say that to a person? How did you know I was here?
The cafeteria manager you fucked over told us where you went.
The cafeteria manager whose hostel I saved and who is grateful to me? Oh yeah, Tom, they're really mean to that lady. Damn you, cafeteria manager, you betrayed me for the last time.
Speaking of which, the giant aerograffito in front of the building, the one that's burning, did you do that?
It was this one junior delinquent. Yeah, I lit it on fire. It was a poetic gesture. I mean, I'm fucked already at this point.
I knew it. Didn't I tell you, Trant? I told you it was our shit kid.
The line is from Lou Giaton's Mirova 82, isn't it? About girl-child communism, the titular returning character to ghost the apparition of... Good choice, Harry.
Don't encourage him, Trant.
I mean, I didn't write it. I only set it on fire.
Okay.
You aren't the man with sunglasses at all. You're not even blonde.
Guilty as charged. I heard you lost your mind and your memory. I wanted to see if it was true.
Why would I lie about that?
And it was. Good work, Harry. You're insane now. There's one less person for me and everyone else to rely on.
Kim trusts me. I'll always have Kim. You're all fake friends.
He was too sarcastic for you to realize who he was.
Maybe if you hadn't been so sarcastic, I would have realized I knew you.
I'm clinically depressed, Harry. Sorry.
Oh, mood.
I wasn't in the mood to butter you up after you told us to fuck off.
Okay, I had that coming.
Had what coming? Not recognizing people you work with every day? Brain damage?
John is not cool, Juice. I question your taste in men. He doesn't even have thunder thighs. I don't know what you see in him. You never told me you're not the horse-faced woman. It's such a mean thing to say.
Lieutenant, my name is not horse-faced woman. It's Judith Minot. I was assigned to your unit 2 months ago. I thought we were friends.
I'm truly sorry, Officer Minot.
Okay, you're my commanding officer. I really want to respect you. I want us to have a normal relationship.
That will never happen, Jude. He's the rudest man on Earth. He's the reason why the rest of us have to take sensitivity training. And I hate sensitivity training.
You mentioned a task force?
Yeah, Major Crimes Unit, under Lieutenant Dubois and Vicomar. Ring any bells?
Refresh my memory. Who else is in this?
Refresh your memory? It's a goddamn Major Crimes Unit. There's you, me, Jude, Trant fucking Heidelstam, and Guillaume Bevy.
Okay. So, of those names, I recognize 0. So you're gonna have to slow down.
I'm technically just a civilian advisor.
Bruh, I am gonna truth stick your face until your teeth get right. Like, you're not wrong, Tom. His teeth are still not. There's something about them.
Fuck you. You're part of this shit show.
Yeah, first, who's Guillaume Bevy?
Oh, that's an interesting story, actually. Guillaume Bevy is a police reporter who joined our team. He was really good. Then he left, because he lost faith in your ability to lead the unit.
You know what's fair?
Other people have left too. Good, smart people. People we won't get back. Only me and this really patient patrol officer are still here. And Trant, because I'm forcing him to stay.
Is this Guillaume Bevy blonde and partial to sunglasses?
Is this Guillaume Bevy blonde with sunglasses, like you were?
See? There! He's getting it. I was impersonating him. Look at me, I'm G-Baby. It was going to be funny. But then, you really did have brain damage. So, not so much anymore.
Okay, look, it's not my fault that I got completely smashed on alcohol, tried to kill myself, and got brain damage. Parts of that may be fault, but it's not entirely my fault.
He sincerely thought it was going to be amusing for both of you.
Okay, so what does the unit do?
Do? It's a major crimes unit. We clear the desk of cases so Precinct 41 doesn't look like the worst station in town. We're shit tier now, Harry. because of you.
Don't I have a record of solving like 1 million crimes?
The 41st isn't...
Where have you been all this time? There was a mercenary tribunal. Yeah, fuckers! Another 2 cops on the scene might have made a huge fucking difference when I got shot in the leg and 6 people died. You were in the hostel that morning, and then you fucked up when there was trouble?
God damn it, Harry. You told us to fuck off. You said we are cramping your style. You're detective god. Fuck everything. All will burn. Detect or die.
Chat, remind me, did I say that? Why would you leave a literal police guard? Oh, Tom. This is like one step up from being a visual novel. I fucking love this game. So you let me face a squad of trained killers alone just to teach me a lesson?
It wasn't like that.
Fuck you, Harry. We didn't know there was gonna be a tribunal, did we?
I said all those things. I'm not like that anymore. Kim can confirm.
Yes, you're sorry. You're the sorriest cop who ever lived.
Yeah, I got that.
Nothing has changed, Harry. I've heard this repentance shit 1,000,000 times over.
None of this is ringing any bells. Move on.
The bells aren't ringing because you have brain damage. Trant, this is where you come in. How bad is it?
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors, he talks without slurring, he can drive a boat, he's standing, reasoning. All good signs, but complete retrograde amnesia, episodic and semantic.
Sure.
Meaning, you forgot both who you are and the definitions of money, e-solar, pound, and so on.
Fair. I forgot, like, the meanings of words. Excuse me, Red Mage? Streamer mode features? Could you perhaps go into some detail? I was not aware that there were streamer mode features. And yes, I would be happy to play this game again. I'm gonna play it, like, solo, even if I don't stream it again. Because it's just too good not to.
As displayed in the station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him before when Harry did not seem to know who I was. It's all very interesting.
Yeah, who the fuck are you?
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically, psychologically, and why not socioeconomically?
Well, I wish I'd known about that copyrighted music one a long time ago, because every one of my VODs has been claimed on YouTube. It's nothing major. I don't make money. I don't make money off my channel anyway. I'm a long way from that. But I would have liked to know that. The other ones, allowing viewers to vote and allowing viewers to influence roles, is a curious thing to look into. I like the idea of that. Okay. So it wouldn't have helped me too much, only for like 1 or 2 streams. Yeah, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically, psychologically, socioeconomically? Wait, socioeconomically? You think I'm so poor I lost my memory?
Not when you phrase it like that. But I don't think critical theory... I know everyone thinks this is far-fetched pink academia, but still, I don't think it should be off the table here.
What? He lost his memory because of capitalism?
I've heard worse explanations.
No, not like that. I'm not talking Vrede for school here. But Harry, I asked you, what do you think happened?
I drank so much I lost my memory is a good answer. Might have something to do with an anomaly in the church. A 2mm hole in the world. Like, that might be true, but they're not gonna believe it. I'm a highly experimental detective. This was the method I used to solve the case. Honestly, I think it's this. Something so sad happened to me that I couldn't be me anymore. It was a defense mechanism. Because I think all this started after his wife left him, and that just broke him.
Psychotraumatic amnesia? Trout? I can go for that. Shit, kid is a broken man. Always has been. Who isn't? I know I am. But you know what?
Luca!
I keep my shit together. Also, I know a person can't wipe their own mind, however traumatic it gets. That doesn't happen. You're lying, or insane, or both.
Okay. Literally, sir. I have volumetric shit compressor. I have my shit together by definition. So fuck you.
But Detective Vigmer, he has blanked out before.
I have?
Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more serious benders. One was after the two drunks case, the other when we looked into that mural.
Neither of those rings a bell, but thank you for supporting me.
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it, prepared. That's where he would have gotten the idea, yes. Practice. And then he used alcohol to get there, so to speak.
That makes sense.
What do you mean?
Well, here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we're living in? What if this is not a significant anomaly at all?
They are,
Something
Luca.
to be explained, approached as a defect. Look at the sensory input here. Look at the ruins, the neon. Listen to the radio, the multitudes, the people. Live here for 40 years. As a police detective, he's like a magnetic reader on the world tape, to borrow a known metaphor. Harry's been pushed flat against it. Total input.
Okay.
Hardwired to the free market. He just needed for it to end.
Is it just me, or does this man speak completely in, like, nonsensical words? I find myself very confused by him.
Okay, Trout, thank you. That's absolutely meaningless.
Oh good, it's not just me.
Glad we brought you. Will he or will he not be able to work in the major crimes unit? Is he a cretin now? I want to know that.
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work. If not in his previous leadership role, then as a line detective.
Fuck all of you, I don't want to be in your unit. No, line detective is good for now. I've proven that I'm not a good leader. But I am a damn good detective.
For now, I misphrased my question. It should have been, is he able to put his clothes on and use the potty? Or do we need to get him on a disability pension?
Wait, that pension thing sounds good.
They can keep that pension. You're rock solid. You can put your clothes on hard.
God, physical instrument. How did you make that sound so fucking erotic? Normally it's the clothes coming off that's sexy.
Now, nothing. Now we're just going to stand here.
Really?
No, now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to our motor carriage? Why is it there, Harry?
That wasn't me. It was stolen by traffic hooligans. Oh, it was fucking me. Step one is gonna be honesty. I drove it into the ocean when I was drunk. I thought the killer would be underwater? Oh my god, what an answer! Oh, why is this writing so fucking good? Oh! No, that's gonna make them think even worse of me. Fuck it, I have to say that.
Ha ha ha. Ho ho ho. Underwater killer. So funny, Harry. Thank you for fucking me. Thank you for destroying 45,000 real of police property that's coming out of my payslip. You know that, right? You're gonna get fired. And I'm gonna pay till I die.
Yeah, look, that's the way to do it, Red Mage.
It doesn't matter. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
I got my badge right here.
In a rush to demonstrate your badge, your eager fingers can't sustain a grip on the smooth plastic, and the badge slips out of your hand.
Can I improve my hand-eye coordination any? I cannot. I was just trying to give them my badge. 42% chance. Oh well. Here goes. Rip.
You juggle the badge for a second, unsuccessfully, and it lands on the ground, some 2 meters away. Ouch! You strained your elbow trying to catch that stupid thing. Damn it.
He found it. He found it, Jean. It's his badge.
Judith is so nice. Why does everybody else suck and she's just nice?
And your gun?
As if having your badge and gun are natural states, not achievements.
I'm gonna drop my gun, aren't I? She is, but she's also nice. My gun is right here.
Phew, he has it. And he didn't drop it. You're drunk like a bum, Harry. Put that thing away before you kill someone.
I'm actually remarkably sober. I think you're right, Luca. Ah, Luca. No problem there. I have a gun. I don't have bullets. So it doesn't even matter that I found my gun?
You were never supposed to lose it in the first place. Not lost is your gun's natural state, you drunk bum.
I'm not drunk. I haven't started drinking again. The fact that that's a lie... So, alcohol gives you a buff to your physical stats. I wonder if you play the game never having alcohol, if you can say that without lying. I'm still gonna try to lie to him.
So you forgot to drink? I don't buy it. Why do you smell like a corpse then?
Remember how I got shot in the fucking leg and went into sepsis? Are we all just forgetting that part? It's happened twice, Luca.
He's wounded. It's been a long week, and he's handled an actual corpse.
Fucking thank you, Kim. Oh, it may be because of the pheromone as well. But yes. Yeah, it's been a bit of a week. I'm sorry I smell bad.
A bit of a week? You're drunk, and you let the suspect escape, a certain Glacier, because you were too drunk to assess a flight risk.
Fuck off at this point.
We've read the reports, Harry. Lieutenant Kitsohagis. We know.
It doesn't matter. None of it does. We're looking at the oxygen holocaust times a quadrillion. I have come to know the final fate of man and the universe. Well, that's something that'll make them feel better. But I genuinely believe not taking her in was the right thing to do, and she did give us the vital clue.
Oh well, if she was nice. I'm not even gonna get into the other suspect, who also escaped. Yeah, Ruby something?
Yeah, except it's neither of them. Oh no, Juice. The stick bug told us that basically the universe is going to end. It was exciting.
Or the fact that you're Everard Claire's little peony now, doing I don't know what for him. That's small-time stuff. That's nothing. That's a humorous anecdote.
So, Juice, if you have Inland Empire leveled up enough, you can like basically telepath with the stick bug. Um, Actually, I didn't do anything for Everard Claire.
Compared to the 8 people who were gunned down, the streets are literally red with blood, Harry. It was fucking mass murder.
Hey, you know what would have helped? Other fucking cops on the scene.
He did everything he could. We did everything we could. The company hired unvetted mercenaries. Lieutenant Dubois got between them and the locals.
Yeah, as I said, having another 2 cops on the scene might have changed things. But, you know, apparently you guys decided that between the morning when you were there and the actual mercenaries fighting, you decided to just up and vanish. And I'm not taking all the blame for this.
Here comes the cavalry.
He did so at considerable risk to his own life.
Thank you,
He
Kim.
was shot, not once, but twice. We stopped an execution, not a negotiation. The loss of life was minimal compared to what it could have been.
Yeah, it was a massacre. We got wiped. Where the hell were you?
Don't make this harder for yourself.
Fine, Kim.
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I didn't mean to suggest you didn't handle the situation.
He thinks of apologizing, but decides against it.
You spent the week with him on this case. What is your take?
Thank you, Kim.
On the case?
On Lieutenant Geoffrey Dubois.
Well, the drinking, the lost gun, also losing his badge, that's all true. And he's been drinking on the job.
Okay. I have no defense.
Then there's the self-flagellation issue. He likes to apologize, profusely, making it sound like he's guilty of at least first-degree murder. It's not a good communication strategy for an officer. It's...
They're going through my personality things. I think rigorous self-critique was one of them. Yeah, and this had a lot of the negatives. I also got an achievement for sorriest cop. For sorriest cop in the world, and they take that into account.
It's worrying, especially considering his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a Mazovian socio-economist. He wants to liquidate the ruling class, which, again, for a police officer, is a little odd.
This is amazing! It's not the first game to do it, but this is the best I've ever seen it implemented.
You should yell something.
That's not a good idea.
Yes, let's let the big boys talk.
Yes, I've embarrassed myself enough.
Other still, he is also an ultra-liberal hustler who is always on the grind. How he reconciles these 2 points of view, I do not know. But he is vocal about both of them.
I need money now in order to destroy the ruling class.
And then there's the motor carriage in the sea, and the constant smoking everywhere, all the time. But despite all this, he is a great detective. One of the best I have seen, in fact.
Kim, I'm gonna cry. Also, I have only smoked twice, which given that you smoke a cigarette a day is actually less than you've smoked.
He can talk human beings into telling him everything. And he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with him, he has not once stopped pursuing leads, however far-fetched and tangential. He is tireless, madly driven.
Thank you,
Well,
Kim.
except that one time when he stopped to sing karaoke, which, by the way, was a valiant effort. He really sang his heart out.
I didn't think he'd bring that up. Oh my god.
Yeah, it was what it was.
Other than that one time, he has tirelessly worked on the case, and he solved it. We have a confession, a murder weapon, and the perpetrator, locked on the island right now, awaiting transportation.
Right, Luca? God. Just clone him so I can marry him 6 times.
He apprehended a revolutionary brigade who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution, who's probably committed other murders over those years. Oh, and he also discovered a new species.
Oh god, Kim. Oh. I thought I could only love you so much, but I was wrong. The number just keeps getting higher.
A new species?
A colossal stick insect. It was on the island, camouflaged as the reeds. It unfolded from the reeds. I think we may be dealing with the Insulindian phasmid.
He takes out the photo and shows it to the officers across the yard. Rain comes down. He covers the glossy photo of the phasmid with his hand. You hear gasps beneath the howling of the wind.
As you can see, it's about 3 meters tall. In fact, we think it may be the largest land invertebrate ever discovered.
Okay. All of these are hilarious. Hosiana is, I believe, Hebrew. Boom shakalaka motherfucker. So as you can see, I'm a pretty okay detective and an absolutely giant communist. Oh, chat. Do I click it? Do I click number 2? I might have to. I might not have a choice but to click number 2. No, I know it's my game. But I also want your input. I like all 4 of these. Thank you, Juice. Our dialogue option. So Josh wants us to be a giant communist. I'm not gonna do this as a poll because I only want it to be like 30 seconds before I'm gonna just roll a d4. I like NBA Jam as well. That's the one I was initially drawn to. I think I have to do it. Boom Shakalaka is very powerful. Like, we've made it clear that we're communists at this point. I think I'm gonna go with this one.
Fucking hell is that? Is this somehow connected to the case?
I don't think so, apart from it made that guy literally slightly crazy.
Detective?
Boom, boom, boom. Yes, I believe the pheromone it emits may be responsible for the killer's mental degradation.
The old man was not aware of the phasmid's presence. Exhibiting a strange, atypical dementia, he fell into a stupor after its appearance. He became near catatonic.
So it is connected.
I must say, this is absolutely extraordinary. I don't even have words for it.
Right, I'm gonna truth stick your teeth.
Yes, it really does make it hard to fight out the drunk.
I'm not drunk currently.
This is a very, very sad man who has just seen something that's made him forget his sadness.
Oh.
Now you make your case. Now is the time. Now or never.
I also started a nightclub in the church. God, these are all so good. I'm not gonna talk about the nightclub. Also, the phasmid was female. The reeds are its nest.
Female? What makes you think so?
Oh no.
You had to see it. It had the subdued colors of a female. And the nesting behavior too, I think.
Also, I spoke to it in my brain.
Incredible. Were there eggs in the nest?
Not as far as I could see. There were other things there, though.
It had gathered items in its nest. A helmet and a scope.
Actually, you know, this would indicate it was a male. This is far from anything in my field, but I think such nests are called bowers. They are for attracting mates.
I still think it was female on account of how I spoke to it in my brain.
Of course, as I said, I'm only guessing. I didn't see it. It must be robust if it can move a whole helmet with its limbs.
I think it reproduces by parthenogenesis. Now what is parthenogenesis? Like, the game will probably explain it, but I feel like I should know.
As in cloning itself?
Ah.
What makes you think so?
Just a hunch. I'm not gonna say it told me, because, like, they already think I'm crazy.
Well, then it wouldn't matter if it's a male or female. The bower would just be rudimentary behavior from before the parthenogenetic mutation.
That makes sense. Yes.
Yeah, but Luca, also, like, insects tend not to be 3 meters tall.
Very interesting. Such organisms are extremely vulnerable to disease. A single strain of bacteria could wipe out the whole species. We're probably looking at conservation efforts here.
I think it emits a chemical that makes it look even more like the reeds.
Yes. That would be a pheromone. A pheromone that's seemingly beneficial to the host. It usually stimulates the affected nervous system. Not a human's, of course, but perhaps a predator's.
Nothing is off the table. But I want to stress this. The find does not have to be connected to the case. The case is 100% prosecutable, without any chiromones.
That is also true.
Of course, Lieutenant, of course. We should treat the case and the phasmid as completely separate from each other. People are not going to.
They're not going to go for this speculation in the constabulary.
It had mandibles that looked like hair, and it was completely white on the inside.
Yes, but also reed-colored, beige and brown, a little green on the outside. After unfolding from a single stalk, it still retained parts that looked like reed tufts on its limbs.
And it was beautiful.
Incredible. The PR value of this is exceptional. Carp discovers new species. Maybe even discovers the Insulindian phasmid. No, that's too much.
I mean, it is, though.
This would really help with some of the problems we've been having.
Absolutely, this is great. This does not say vigilante murderers to me at all. This says science, news, human interest. You know, it's a really good thing you have that photo.
I mean, you're not wrong, Luca. Anything that can take this dude down a notch, I'd be happy with.
Without it,
You're doing good here. Perhaps only for a moment, but still. Quit while you're ahead? Or no?
The previous head of the Debardiers Union was assassinated by our killer.
This is a conversation for when we are no longer out in the open, in Martinez, where Everard and Edgar Clare
Fair.
have ears everywhere.
understood, of course.
But a case against Everard would be big.
And I just wanted to
I
mention
would
it.
prefer not to partake in anything union-related, for political neutrality.
Fuck your political neutrality.
This has to be good stuff for him to backpedal out of it at first mention.
Yeah. The killer, we have strong motive for him.
Lilianovich. A revolutionary matronym.
Revolutionary matronym?
The custom started in Grad, where they have patronyms. Krasovich, Lasovich, etc. The revolutionaries saw this as a chauvinist atavism, so they used matronyms, derived from the mother's name instead.
Oh, that's interesting.
This man's mother was Lily, his Lilian's son, Lilianovich. The custom was overturned after the revolution failed, but not before it made it to Revachol.
Wait a second. I feel like we know a Lillian?
So, it is what a soldier of the ICM would be called.
Thank you, Trout. Thank you for that piece of cultural theory. You said you have a motive?
Of course, excuse me, I just thought it was noteworthy.
It is, because it confirms his story.
He wasn't quite sure about the straggler before he heard this detail. It must have convinced him.
He killed a mercenary in an act of jealousy.
Jealousy? I thought this Lilianovich was an old man. To have been hiding for 50 years, 70-something?
A strange psychosexual fixation, aggravated possibly by proximity to the phasmid and its chemicals. He himself gave a political reason, said he had killed an enemy combatant. Also, we have a sniper's nest with full view of the room in which the mercenary died, right on the island, and 2 officers on the scene that Mr. Dross confessed to.
Yeah.
It's a clean win.
It's way more than that.
It will win me Dora back. Don't even say that. It's my masterpiece. They'll teach this in cop school. I did all I could. Every second was a struggle.
I've never doubted you can pull yourself together and work. In bouts. Bouts don't last. I can still smell the booze on the wind.
Bruh.
God damn it. It is bad. Even you can smell it.
Bruh, I haven't...
Chin up.
Fine.
Keep focusing on the positives here.
There was also a dead man on the boardwalk. A missing person I found.
Yes. Fallen through a gap in the boardwalk. Drunk.
How did you know I found him?
The body was transported to Precinct 41,
Aha.
our morgue. I had Tilbrook and Mullins take care of funeral arrangements and family stuff.
You're not the only cop in the world, Harry. This all comes back to us.
Still, good work with the missing person, Detective.
It's still a point for you. No denying it.
Looked into the mystery of the doomed commercial area is meaningless. Confiscated drugs from Kuno's dad. I don't think I'm going to focus on that. So what do you say? Want to take this hot shit back?
I don't want to, but you discovered a new species and solved the murder.
Oh, you're right, Luca. Backed by black instead of white, a square instead of a circle. I believe Kim is also facing to the left instead of the right. Kim has several bright colors. Vikamer only has dark colors. They're very much posed as opposites.
So I have to. Jude?
Well noticed, Luca.
Honestly, anything that ends this trial is okay with me.
And Judith is very much neutral in that sense. No background in particular. All of her colors are brown, kind of indicating a very tertiary character.
Agreed. The public relations potential of this is too valuable to let go.
And Trant just has... God, he has a truth stickable face.
Okay. We have vehicles in the square, and the perpetrator needs to be taken into custody. Let's go.
Now you will finally get to know who you are.
Wait, I have a few questions before we go about who I am. That's interesting, an interesting point, Luca.
The man looks westward, impatiently, jingling his car keys in his pocket.
I think more the former, Luca. Trant is doing everything to be uninvolved. And so the idea of being turned away makes sense. Why am I like this?
It's not a mystery. Some chick fucked you over. Also, you were drunk.
Yeah, I think there is some insecurity there, which is why he uses big words and frequently doesn't actually make sense.
You really went with it too. Really maximized the damage.
It really does, Luca. Was her name Dora?
Yeah. Dora Ingelund, I think.
Not Dora Dubois.
So we weren't even married?
No one is married anymore. This is Revachol.
Oh! Interesting. That's interesting because the woman whose husband I found, husband specifically, they must have got married before whatever change happened. That means people no longer really bother to get married. That's interesting. When was this?
God, I don't know. 6 years ago? She was way before my
Oh, shit. So this has been hovering over Harry for a long time. Or illegally. That's also a potential point, Luca.
6 years and you haven't gotten over it. What the hell is wrong with you?
6 years?
No, it was 6. Like ancient. It's a normal thing. 2 old years equals 1 normal year. That and Dora Ingelund really tore you a new one. A big one.
Yeah, can you imagine what that call must have been for her? Who was she?
Incredibly bangable.
Figures.
Extremely fuckable, Harry. Gorgeous. A gorgeous bourgeois woman. Wayfish. Like a welcome, basically.
Heartbreak, welcome. Pain, welcome.
I've only seen a picture, but it's obvious you formed a real spiritual connection with how pretty she was. One you never recuperated from.
Yeah. All in favor of truth-sticking Jeanne?
Look, the sun is about to go down. It's time to go home.
I think she taught in the Académie des Arts, east of the river. Way east. Hard to say which came first, the middle-class chick or the drink. Egg and the chicken kind of thing. My point is, you need to see a psychiatrist about this shit. Not a psychologist. Several degrees harder. Is there something harder than a psychiatrist? A forensic psychiatrist? Go talk to that.
Okay. Am I a dirty cop working for La Puta Madre?
No.
No, because the suspect seemed to think...
You're too unstable to work for a mob boss. You're suicidal, Harry. No mob boss would take you.
You know what? I'll take it.
I assure you, I wouldn't consult for a corrupt unit.
He would immediately backpedal out of it.
I do believe him on that.
I told you it's not that bad.
The Phasmid. I need to tell Lena about this as soon as possible.
Who is Lena?
Cryptozoologist. She lives in Jamrock on Tabernacle Road. She told me about this Phasmid.
Tabernacle? It's on the way over. Near where you live on Perdition.
Fine, if we're gonna drop you off anyway.
Yay!
She and her husband were conducting the search for the Phasmid. It's their discovery, in part.
Oh, that's
They
great.
should know as soon as possible. It would do you good to deliver some positive news for a change.
She is going to be over the moon. Watch out, or she'll faint.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi, what will you do now?
Well, first I will go back to my station and write the most detailed report anyone has ever seen. It will have to be good to cover all these. Then I will have a serious talk with my captain.
About what?
Detective, we just stopped a small-scale war. Something is happening to Revachol.
He pulls up his collar and looks around, the cold spring light reflected in the lenses of his glasses.
I don't know what yet, but it's going to be a hard spring for the RCM. We need to get ready, infiltrate, investigate.
Want to do that at Station 41?
Talk to Captain Price? I'd rather not ruffle the feathers of 2 captains with my doom-mongering.
No, I meant investigate. Come work in Precinct 41. And we can have desks next to each other and hold hands. You know.
Work with Price? I'm flattered, but I don't know if I...
Not work with Price, fucker. Work with me, Kim. This is a confession.
Would fit him. Am crazy enough. Can take the stress. He doesn't know how to finish the sentence. This truly came as a surprise to him. Not a bad one, but he's at a loss.
Yeah, that's fine. We can just ignore Price.
Flattered? You're Lieutenant Kitsuragi. We would be flattered if you even considered.
I would have to tie things up in GRIH first. But, I mean, whatever is coming, Jamrock will be more central to it than the harbor.
I don't remember meeting Price, actually. I mean, Price is our captain by the sounds of it, but I don't actually remember meeting him. Or talking to him on the radio or whatever.
And we also have a huge caseload, Lieutenant. Piles that we need to get back to. Mountains, even.
I do like the sound of that.
Yes.
He's really considering it.
Yeah, I think you're right, Juice. I just don't remember Price in particular. But yes. Like, I think he was one of those dickheads. I'm ready. End.
Good.
She looks at you, then Vikimar.
Fuck it, let's go. Tron brought his motor carriage. It's a 20-minute drive to Jamrock.
Under the noonday sky, the great district hums. A chessboard of wooden houses, 80,000 living souls, and chimney stacks. Fire traps as far as the eye can see. From Main Street to Precinct 41, to Boogie Street, forking into the snow-swept horizon. You close your eyes and hear the dogs bark. A lone woman sits by a factory window, dreaming of meteorite strikes. On Rue de Saint-Jérôme, a square bullet slides into a square-shaped chamber. In Old South, a man without eyelids smiles. Spring has come. It's time.
Can we go back to the man without eyelids? Because that's a horrifying image.
Dawson? Yes. McLean? Yes. Heidelstein? No. Vicmere? Yes. Dubois? Of course. Really? Nick Gottlieb looks up from the list. I hear he's unstable. You say that like it's a bad thing. Captain Potomny Price gestures with a ballpoint pen. It's dim in his office, and the curtains are drawn. Harry's our man. He'll pull through. When he does, he'll side with the people. Understood. Gottlieb returns to the list. Minnow? Of course.
I assume this is Harry feeling out a potential future.
Wonderful. Then can we please just go back to Jamrock now?
And by the looks of it, that is the end of the game. And what a game it has been. I'm not sure, Juice. I've never played it before. Yes, Luca, I did have a moment where I was scared about that. It would have been a really, really cheap thing to pull. So I'm very glad that they did that they didn't try to pull that with him. I also had a moment earlier where I was concerned that this was going to be a Harry actually died when he hanged himself, and this was all like in his brain as he was dying, and none of this was real. I had a terrible feeling that that's where this was going, and I'm so glad it didn't. This is the best game I have played in so long. The writing is absolutely astounding. The story is so good. The characters are amazing. I love the art style. There is... Yeah. It is just wonderful. And if anyone hasn't played it, I strongly encourage you to do so. Even if you've watched my playthrough, okay, so you won't, like, you'll know who the murderer is. Although, does that maybe change every time? Who even knows? But even so, there are so many different ways to play. You take a different character build, and you make different choices along the way, and you internalize different thoughts, and you will have a completely different experience. Yeah, I kind of feel that, Luca. The game is just so amazing that, yeah, I don't think spoilers even matter that much, because it's the experience along the way that carries it. I will say, it's not what I normally do. I'm gonna sit through the credits. I feel like this game has earned it. So much of... God, Mikey W. Goodman. That is a lot of voices to do. But yeah, the people who made this game what it is, more than most times, deserve this. Frankly, I cannot get over this game. It's a game that I have recommended to more people than I think any other game I've played. Music Quest was fun. Bug Quest was absolutely incredible. Oh, so Mikey W. Goodman did even more voices in the final cut. Yeah, I am going to be playing another game in once the credits are finished, but I'm really enjoying the opportunity to just kind of feel the game out. It's like I barely even know how to describe this game. Like, I initially thought that it was a little bit like point-and-click adventures, and to some extent it is. But it draws from point-and-click adventures. It draws from visual novels. It's like a tabletop role-playing game with the best dungeon master you've ever heard. Stitch really likes being facetious. The whole segment with the Phasmid is one of the most incredible things that I've ever had in a game. Like, it was a slightly it was a slightly spiritual experience for me. As someone who doesn't feel at all religious, having an experience like that from a game, and there are other games that have done it for me, but just to be so drawn in to that kind of experience is very, very powerful. And honestly, I'm grateful for this game. I think I think this game has added to the world. Yes, Tom. Yeah, I feel like the world is a better place for this game being in it. And I know that sounds like a slightly silly thing to say, because it's a game. But a good game... so, basically we just presented the case, and then we invited Kim to join our unit at Precinct 41. Yes. Thank you to localization teams, without whom, like, this game stays in one place. So yeah, there's a good chance Kim is going to come work with us, and we can hold hands under the desk and the teacher will never see. Why sad, Stitch? Oh, Josh, they will kiss. They'll just wait till the teacher's out of the room to kiss. You know what? It's what he deserves, Luca. God, Kim is just perfect. I do want to... I'll leave this going for another minute or so. Because I don't want, like... I don't want too much of my stream to be credits, as much as the credits are important. Oh god, Luca. The Uwu and the Pug with the flower crown are so good. I mean, they kind of all are. Sorry, not Lucas, Stitch. The Blob did, and the Blob was 2008-ish? It is, look. So sometimes I will see one name, and my brain will just, like, take the line above that for some reason. Oh, he's wearing a flower crown, but he's still crying. Okay, we're into the songs now, so... Oh, New Humans is... Those are normally the babies that are born during production. I've never seen Midsommar. I've heard it's very good. I've also heard it's very unpleasant. Yeah, we're into special thanks, so it is nearly done. Isn't Midsommar like... Isn't it like a horror movie, or vaguely horror? Mankind, be vigilant. We love you. I don't think the past tense on that. Oh, okay, not vaguely. Because the poster is not at all horror. And that is Disco Elysium. Right, Josh? The past tense was concerning. So, now I'm going to switch over to the other game I had planned. I don't know if this is a great choice for... Like, it's a good choice for streaming. I don't know how long it will take, so I don't know if it will fill up, like, another hour and a half, or fill up another 12 hours, and then I'll just starve on stream. So we'll see. It is a game I have never played before. I only downloaded it yesterday. Everyone else has played it. You may be able to begin to hear the music in the background. I know nothing about this game. I have not seen anybody play it. This is my first time. I do just want to quickly post in Discord. Actually, I can get rid of the no spoilers tag. So yeah, I'm just gonna update on Discord that I've flipped over. I guess this is happening now. Okay, chat. Anybody in chat have any issues with dyslexia? Because I'm happy to switch on dyslexia-friendly fonts. I do love the really old school style. Yes, can you go full screen, please? Did that fuck up anything on stream? It doesn't look like it. You know what, Luca? Smart. I forget about the people who live in Vodlandia. So yeah, we're switching over to dyslexia-friendly fonts just because it makes people's lives easier. That's fine, Josh. It will still probably be better. For people who have played it before, any of these options that I should put on or off, if not, I'm just gonna start a game I know nothing about. Sounds a bit loud. I'm gonna drop that a little bit. Apologies. The stars in the sky are going out, one by one. But no one notices it. No one can stop it. I'm racing to the last place where there is still hope. I need to make it before it is too late. Oh! Sounds of agony will quickly fade. The world will be destroyed. Even the memory of it will be gone. And even if there is absolutely no chance of bringing it all back, there will always be someone who is willing to do the impossible. In a place without space, without time, without memories. Where am I? I can't see anything except this path. My head is killing me. I remember only the skeleton with the staff in the sky. This darkness was coming from him. Did he destroy everything around here? Just standing here won't do me any good, I guess. To change between adventure, traveling through the map, and planning modes. Press the switch, or right-click, or space. Continue your journey by changing the game mode. Okay. Hope I'll be able to find some shelter before nightfall. If such a thing as night still exists, even without a sky, of course. Well, Stitch, I have no idea what's going on, so I'm probably going to die several times. Was that a chimkin? Pay attention to the day progress bar at the top of the screen. New enemies usually appear at the end of the day. A living ball of slime. Quite a nuisance. They digest anything they can. Cocks are a kind of chimkin. Stitch, please don't do anything like that. I would not want you to to go away forever. Hey, I remember this creature. Maybe I just need to freshen up my memory and everything will go back to normal. Traveling, fighting, most other actions are done automatically. The player can't affect them directly. I got something out of that. Why not, Stitch? Are you scared of Big Mommy Milky? It's hard to fight with your bare hands. I think there's a weapon in the remains of this thing that's not fully digested. I think I remember that there was a grove nearby. Are these even my memories? Or do they belong to that slime? You don't like the name Ethan? That's interesting. You can use cards that are left after defeating enemies to add various new objects to the map. That's what planning mode is for. Drag the card to a suitable space to remember the land. This is interesting already. Well, Stitch, then I love Ethan. Because I love you. But I do understand. It's nearly the end of the day. Aw, I thought this was Kitten. Forest Rat Wolf. I was right. Some emotional stress, a few colorful images, and a bit of adrenaline, and everything will be forgotten like a bad dream. But Stitch, I didn't. Oh god, Mother 3 made me cry. Almost. Or remembered as a bad... Damn, it's good that nobody is listening. You can get new items and cards during battle. As you probably already noticed. Some items have unique abilities, as do most of the cards. By hovering over an item or card, you can inspect its properties. So this is damage 3 to 5. This is damage 4 to 6. But this has better attack speed. Okay. Oh! It didn't swap my axe for my scimitar. It replaced and got rid of that? Interesting. I mean, it was pretty nihilistic. Stitch. A thick forest. Nobody knows who or what could be lurking inside. Makes you a bit nervous. +1 to hero attack speed and rock. +2 hit points. +2 more hit points for every adjacent rock or mountain. Interesting. Wait, I can place this outside? Oh. Oh. I thought things could only be placed on the map. Oh my. Great, there was a mountain over there, and here's a forest. The world is just like new. The branches and stones in my backpack are a sure sign of that. Some of your actions will yield resources that you'll need later on, but not right now. That shouldn't stop you from looking at them right now. That got me wood, and that got me preserved rock. No, pig! That... fucking... like, Stitch, I get it, but... because the grove can only be placed on the map, on the path, I assumed that everything could. This is very curious. I think it's time to get some rest. Now, the game itself is a journey on a looped path. Only you will decide when it's time for the hero to return to the camp. Either you or the fangs and claws of your enemies, of course. You can retreat almost any time, but a special animation will let you know when it's safer to do so. Okay, retreat to the camp, I guess. The thought of leaving the battlefield and going back to your cozy camp has passed through your mind. What a timely idea. The camp is just around the corner. If I retreat, I keep all my resources. Okay. So I lose nothing, I keep those. It's cold and dark here. Small fire can solve both of these problems. Says when all resources you've gathered will come in handy. Who would have thought? You have just enough wood and stones to make a campfire. What a nice coincidence. Build a campfire using the build function. Okay. You've beaten this annoying tutorial. You can now start your first expedition. Or not, do as you wish. You'll lose half of your stuff if you're not near the camp. Okay, that's good to know. Juice knows all. So I can't build anything else at the moment. But I'll be able to... Oh no. Oh no, this is too much. Is it a different loop every single time? Yeah. This path, everything is wrong. But I remember. It looks like a completely different place, and it's empty again. Do my actions have any meaning? Like I have a choice. If I need to give up and cry to save the world, I'm the worst savior of all. Let's do it. Had pause. Earth covered with a thick carpet of grass. Nothing really interesting, unless you're a cow, of course. Heals 2 HP at the start of each day. It doesn't seem to matter where it is. Like, it doesn't need to be next to anything. Oh god, Stitch, that would be amazing. Every game needs that. What did I get from that? A ration! Okay. I got a ring and some armor. 10% counter rate and increases my max HP by 85. That's pretty solid. At all times, Stitch. The best time to eat pizza is at all times. Okay. Dang it. I didn't pause fast enough. 4 to 6, 3 to 5. I'll go with the Gladius. And the mountain gives me plus 5 HP for each adjacent rock or mountain. And also gave me preserved pebbles. 10 pieces of pebbles form 1 preserved rock. Pizza. What? Pizza. What? What am I saying wrong? Oh, yeah. I do sometimes say, but Like, it's hard for me to imitate, but I do sometimes say pizza. When in battle, you can change armor. Oh, okay, that's good to know. Thank you, Juice. Yeah, I sometimes say pizza. I'm more in the habit of saying pizza, because at this point it's been 3 years. But, like, my old habits die hard. Spawns a skeleton every 3 days. So this does go on the path. And I can loop as many times as I like, right? Well, as many times as I feel safe doing. Let's get some more meadow. There's a boss meter? Is that the one underneath the day meter? Magic damage and regen? Ooh, this is better armor. Nice. The regen is nice, but I like that 10% counter rate. Ooh, Vampire Mansion? Adds vampires to battles on adjacent tiles. Which potentially give me rad things. Oh, I see. I'm gonna say, don't say too much. Let me fuck up. Like, I'm gonna fuck up, but that's literally what this kind of game is about. Aw, why don't you think I'll live long? Is it just because it's the first loop, or am I fucking up somehow? Beacon. A worthless landmark in a world without direction. Plus 40% movement speed within its range, plus 20% attack speed for all units. I want to be able to move quickly when I'm close to that. Oh. Luca, yeah, rather leave that for me to figure out, thank you. Oh, so there are shitty cards. The first few runs are just finding out what's good, what's bad. Yeah, I don't need this armor. Ooh, another mountain. That's very nice. Beamst spider. Oh no. He's very difficult. But he did give me a shield. I'm assuming that killing monsters would fill the boss meter. But that is just an assumption. Oh. Road Lantern decreases the maximum number of monsters on adjacent tiles. Okay, well in that case, I don't want too many monsters spawning here. Because it's already going to be a tough one. And Grove spawns a Rack Wolf every 2 days. Yeah, let's get a Grove. Because killing things is useful to me. Now, there was something interesting there. This meadow, became a blooming meadow because of the road lantern. Oh my god, they interact? Well, that's certainly interesting. And what do I get from that? Noticeable change. This is enough to turn a caterpillar into a butterfly, a seed into a sprout, or a drop of water into a stream. Will turn itself into something else too if you collect enough of it. Okay. I can admit, I like this. I really like this. Not necessarily like favorite game in the world yet, but this is my kind of game. Although I do see there are a lot of... He's way more powerful than he was before. This is a slight concern to me. Ooh. That armor is way better. What does vampirism do? Ooh. Things that counter barely ever goes off. Okay, I figured they might, Juice. Well, I've got a vampire mansion, so might as well get in on the action. So yeah, monsters get stronger, but ideally, so do you, because you get better equipment and you get new cards and things. Stitch! Stitch, I didn't die! Ooh, level 2 sword? I did not notice that. That's just plain better. This is the fight I'm worried about. Okay, let's get another meadow. And Oblivion. A bit of the Lich's magic. Causes anything to be totally forgotten. Erases any established tiles. And erases monsters from the road. That's an interesting one. Oh, and even... Actually, this is exactly the same as my current level 2 sword. You know, the vampirism isn't a lot, but any kind of regen is appreciated. I'm sorry, a level 4 ring? Defense 3 and counter 12%? Ooh. Ooh, I'm tempted. I'm not going to do it yet. I think I'm going to try for one more loop. I've been surviving just fine so far. Yeah. Let's put a rock there. I do not want another spider cocoon. That was a bad decision. Yeah. Ooh. This dude really hurt me. Hey, I got a full rock out of that. Because now I've got enough pebbles. More meadow, bitches. I have an important question. Which I was going to ask, but it actually makes more sense just to figure it out. I will find out when I find out. Yep, this might be the end of this loop. Fucking stop evading, bitches. Let's get a better shield in there. Oh, that was a problem. That's actually better than the metal shield? Interesting. God, they're fast. Yeah, I think this is where I die, unfortunately. No, I survived. And I can help myself a little over here as well. Battlefield spawns a chest at the start of each loop. Huh. Like, I'm gonna end the loop now, but I'm just curious. That's quite a lot of stuff to get. And now there are more places where I can put things. I can't believe it. Hey, everybody, the boy has managed to return. Survivors? Does this mean I'm not alone anymore? Where did you come from? Is there still a place without darkness? We don't know where we came from, or we can't remember. These people you see are only a small part of what's left of the group, I think. You're not sure? We're not sure. We reached that conclusion because of the abandoned luggage and leftover daily rations. With each day, new signs of presence of people that, as far as everyone here knows, have never even been with us. It's like we forgot them. You forgot? Exactly. It's like people disappear every day, and we instantly forget that they even existed. Almost as if we forgot the place we came from, and our families, and maybe even ourselves. My name is Yoda. That's the part I still remember. Nobody else's memory is in much better shape. That's why I remember so little about myself. Everything is forgotten. But wait, you said that I'd managed to return? That means you remembered I was here. Yes, that's why it's so important to us. We saw you leave, but you were gone before we could approach you. Listen, we can't wander around in this emptiness anymore. There's a campfire and a few sleeping bags here, a real luxury in these dark times. What do you say? Oh, of course, I'd be very grateful if we could team up. I want to restore everything. I've begun to remember the world as it was before. But there's no point to it without other people. It's too lonely without them. Yeah, it really is, Luca. Remembering the world? I don't understand what you're talking about. I'm too exhausted. But we'd be glad if you could help us. And we'd be glad to help you. Just don't ask us to go with you. I don't know how you managed to return, but for us, leaving the group is too dangerous. Yeah, it kind of surprises me. Amnesia seems to be a thing that happens. I will ask no such thing of you. For now, I just want to have a place to return to. A place where I can hear other people's voices. We weren't joking about helping you. Here are a few things that survived the cataclysm and don't vanish away. Can't be forgotten. Take them. You might need them. So survivors also produce resources, by the looks of it. I don't have enough, I'm assuming that's rations, enough food supply. But I can create a field kitchen. Plus 10% to the campfire's healing power unlocks the Blood Grove card. Okay. Do you know the difference between a good cook and a bad cook? The food made by a good cook is tastier. I mean, yes. What, you were waiting for something more elaborate? Sometimes the truth is very simple. Look, I have a cauldron, a hearth, a couple of knives, a bucket of potatoes, 3 onions, and some ham. Nothing special. Everything is very simple. And give me a few minutes and everyone in this camp will be running to my table, following the tasty smell of a good stew. Heck yes. Can I make, like, another campfire? It doesn't look like... Oh, no, 1 of 1. Okay. So, certain things you only get 1 of, but things like the farm and the mud hut, you can get multiples of. Okay. I can get behind this. I don't have what it takes to make anything new, though. God, a refuge is expensive. What does a herbalist hut do? Potions? I haven't even seen a potion yet. Unlocks the swamp card. Okay. I'm gonna say I'm already thoroughly enjoying this. It's a very interesting experience. Okay, so it's also a deck builder, meaning you don't have to take all of these cards in. And these are items I cannot wear as a warrior. A class that doesn't have any particular benefits or disadvantages. Has the highest durability, 2% damage for each second of the fight. So I'm still in chapter 1. I don't know when I move to the next one, but we'll see. I like deck builders in general. Blood Grove. Can be placed near a forest adjacent to the road. Its roots devour enemies that have less than 15% HP left. Oh, interesting. I don't know what's happening there. Beacon. I don't think I've seen Treasury yet. Gives a random resource after placing anything on an adjacent tile. Can't be built adjacent to anything. Okay. Okay. As I said, I like deck builders, so seeing that, I'm fine with. It's a lot of monsters immediately. I know they're babu monsters. Okay, let's armor up immediately. Okay, killing monsters does not seem to fill the boss thing. So I wonder if maybe it's putting down cards? Nice. Get a pole arm, which gives me defense, and get a shield right off the bat. That's lovely. Okay. Let's meadow up. And let's start doing mountains. This is actually a better place for them, I feel. And as much as the spider cocoon was a little bit problematic, like the spiders themselves, I'm not going to put down the spider cocoon yet. Because the spiders never gave me anything useful. Gives a random resource after placing anything on an adjacent tile. And then I will place a grove. Yes, I'm already feeling all of those emotions, Stitch. Okay, let's put another treasury down here. We've got some rings here. Whoops. Magic damage. Attack speed is nice. Ooh, evasion would be lovely. I think I'm gonna go with evasion. Are any of these better than my current shield? Nope. Slightly more, like, very slightly more damage, but worse defense. Oof. I need that regen. This is what I was looking for. Get a beacon in there, which helps me a little bit, but more importantly, makes my meadows better. Or, oh, does it have to be right next to it? That's fine. I'll still hopefully get more meadows soon. Talk about timing. And another meadow. I do like the road lantern. Let's get that close to my camp so that I don't end up dying at the last second. The skeletons are mean. But unlike the spiders, they actually do give me shit I like. They also give me pebbles, which I'd forgotten about. I'm still not sure what these noticeable changes do. Presumably something. God, I've got so many meadows. Okay. Mountain. I've already got one road lantern over there. So let's get a road lantern over here. Actually, let's get it on the other side so that I can put meadows around it. Yo, Niv! How goes? And then I can put a beacon as well. I did, Niv. It was a very good picture. And then I remember you were very unhappy with one of the replies. Oh, this is what I'm looking for. Just a grid of rocks and mountains. Which boost my max HP so nicely. Of course, Nib. It's perfectly reasonable. I would really like a more powerful weapon. There we go. Level 2 stuff. I actually forgot to equip my new armor. I can get a better shield. These are both equivalent, and I like the way the metal looks more. Since I got the increased defense from that, I'm going to take the increased attack. Yes! Thank you for the reminder, Luca. Everyone take your meds. Why is this dude regenerating? I could put another cemetery. Oh! 0.6 to 2.4? That is very good regen. I do want a better sword, though. Or, there we go. Just as I was asking for it. I'm not getting a lot of new cards, unfortunately. Which is a very unpleasant thing to feel in this game. I did get new equipment, but that's not super useful to me. There we go. I'm actually going to start a new mountain thing over here so I get some resources. Scrap metal? Yes. I'm going to need that at some point. Probably not yet. Vampire Mansion. Ooh. I don't want vampires, though. Chat, is Vampire Mansion a good card? That's just defense ring, which isn't that good. That hit harder than I would have liked. Another grove, just to get us more... get us more wood. That's fine, Luca. Ooh, level 4 armor? From 91 to 380? That was a big old boost. Okay. I'm sorry, Goblin Camp? That can just happen, apparently? Spawns a goblin on an adjacent tile once every day. Appears for every 10 mountain or rock tiles. Okay, that can happen. Stop. Where did these goblins come from? I don't remember remembering you. We remembered ourselves. Now give us all you've got. You have no idea what's going on, right? Why didn't you help me restore order in this world first? And then you can do anything you want. Goblin must rob. No other order in the world. Fair enough. Guess I don't have any valid objection there. Oh, wait. I do have one. How about I sword to your face? Holy shit, he's quick. And he keeps regenerating? It's strange how these creatures appeared here on their own. Maybe it means everything is actually not so bad and the world is trying to restore itself. Or that even the apocalypse isn't enough to get rid of some pests. That was not what I expected to happen at all. Yes, I saw that, Juice. Level 4 ring? I actually prefer the regen. Dropped items become materials. That's useful. Much better sword. Just a damage ring? I still prefer my regen, but that's a curious one. I don't mind another beacon. Goblins spawn every day. And of course, because a loop takes more than one day, by the next loop there's going to be like 8 goblins. Oh. I do have a better shield as well. So now I can put down some rocks. Like, I've got a lot of HP at the moment. But my concern is, as more goblins spawn, this is going to become increasingly problematic. I think I'm going to end this loop. It's just the goblin every single day. That's the scary part. Because I struggle to fight one goblin. I think I'm going to end this loop. I got a lot of resources out of that. Another success. You've returned and we still remember you. Unbelievable. It's good to be back, but I'd hardly call it a success. For some reason, I had thought that Oblivion cards only work on tiles you place. But that makes sense. That it would make sense. Okay, I'm still learning, Juice. I'll figure it out. My old memories of the world are gone. The path is empty again, and there's only darkness everywhere I look. Interesting. So technically you remember that there are things you have forgotten. We should find a way to use that. Let's talk about something more positive. We managed to tidy this place up. It's time for the next step. What do you have in mind? Expanding the camp. We have all sorts of craftsmen, from cooks to an alchemist, but they all need a place to work. But we can't use the materials from around here. You turn away for a second from a branch or a stone you've just found, and it's gone. I'm afraid only you can solve this problem. The materials that survived your trip always look suitable for building. But these are just stones and splinters. How can you build something with them? Curious, eh? I've noticed it with the fire you've made. The things you obtain somehow infect everything similar with stability. Only in small amounts, but it's still something. Even a small branch is enough to make a wooden wall exist without constant supervision. But I still can't build anything new. I don't even know what I'm missing for the smithy. I'm assuming that's the metal, but that's a lot of it to need. I need a lot more food supplies. Okay, so I'm gonna have to loop longer now just to get more of that. I don't know what happens with this, but I'm curious to see. Okay. Another loop. I have to say, I'm enjoying this so far. It does feel like a bit like an idle game, just something to leave going in the background, but it's a little bit more involved than that. Because you've got to keep improving things. As in this case. Now I would potentially want a beacon there. We'll put a meadow there to at least improve that meadow. And I prepare for the sadness. I have seen people discussing this game and that there are certain cards that, like, if you put down enough of them, become completely broken. And I'm okay with that. Like, I don't know the details, but I've seen people talk about, like,